Well, it's funny you should say that, right? Because I went to a market at one point just to look at the things that were for sale there. There's lots of eels and lots of fish, lots of other interesting items, right? So I'm looking at the market, I'm taking some photos, and I noticed this, I hear this kind of murmur, right, that's going around the market, and then I start to see them, all the people in the market, sort of pointing, right, and staring and talking at something, right? So I'm looking around, trying to figure out what it is, right? And I realise they're looking and pointing at me. I genuinely swear to God, right? So they start, and then...
Did they think one of the big eels had escaped?
Well, they started laughing.
Oh no.
They started openly pointing and laughing. One of them, right, started, like, I think he was a postman. He looked like he might be a Vietnamese postman. I don't know why that should make any difference, but he started doing a sort of lumbering, sort of Frankenstein walk. And pointing at me, right? A whole section of them just started cackling with laughter. And then at one point, a woman in one of those sort of Vietnamese lampshade hats, right? She runs up behind me and she attaches to my back a sort of kick me thing that you would have attached to some nerd at school's back, right? She actually put something like that on my back. I don't realise initially, so they're just chortling. They are weeping by now, and I'm talking like the whole market is in hysterics. And old ladies are coming up to me and just, you know, comparing their heights and then giggling, and then I'm sort of trying to get this thing off my back so I look like a dog, you know, chasing its tail. And I just realised that this entire marketplace was just openly laughing at me. And what angered me, Rick, was that I've spent a lot of time in this country, in the UK, right, building up a career, right, so that people don't laugh at me, right? They respect me, they see me as a man of great accomplishments and achievements. I go to another country where
with that hat,
exactly,
walking around with those glasses with a little money belt on, maybe sandals
with socks because I got a foot infection. And it turns out that they're just laughing at me, just openly mocking and laughing at me, right? So I just genuinely, I got upset and I got
you threw down your cagoule, left your clogs behind, and got on the first plane back.
I hopped in a rickshaw straight back to the hotel where they do not laugh at me openly. But anyway, just to return to the dong issue, right, this was what worried me, was that, obviously you got a tip, so we had a driver for a few days, right, and you got to leave him a tip. And I never felt a bit awkward, when do you give him the tip and everything, how does it work? And so I didn't know how much it should be, and I was thinking, well, you know, it's a poor country, I've had a driver a couple of days, you know, I haven't paid for the driver, so I give him like $20, right, which is like 10 quid, you know, I'm thinking that seems like a good tip. I get in there, I read in the guidebook, I should have only given him $2. I gave him 20. Well, now because A, you don't want to upset the precious equilibrium. You don't want to upset the financial equilibrium because he might have gone berserk. Yeah. I mean, that's $20 is a lot to him. He might have left his family, you know, bought a different, you know, corrugated iron shack somewhere else.
What if he turned up with a hat like yours and said,
exactly, we're mates now, aren't we?
We're mates now, let's go back to England.
Let's pick up some ladies. So I was a bit worried, so I was thinking of asking for the money, you know, for some change, but I didn't think that was appropriate. So, but then I was worried because then I was thinking, what if all the other drivers within his organisation find out that I've given him like $20? They're all going to be expecting a big tip. Yeah. So that was a big worry. But more than that, we'd also had a guide with us, so he was bound to find out how that thing is. Right, now I didn't have any dollars left, and I thought, well, I've given that guy 20, I got to give the guy who's been talking English to us, showing us around, helping us out, I got to give him 50. Even more. Right, I ended up giving him $1 million dong.
And how much is that?
$63. I tipped someone $1 million.
So he's a millionaire now?
Yeah, I made someone a millionaire through my generosity.
Well, so did I. He's sitting over there.
That's absolutely right.
He doesn't want to give anything back. So I know how you feel, mate. Young, old man. Carl. Now, you know, traditionally at the zoo, they have to dart a dangerous animal, a lion or a gorilla or whatever.
What?
They have to dart it.
Oh yeah.
Right? To take blood samples and check its health and stuff. So it's very stressful for the animal and quite dangerous to give it an anaesthetic like that. So what they've started doing now, there's a bug, right, like a type of beetle, and it's a bloodsucker. It's a little vampire bug. Okay, it's about 3 centimeters long. What they do is they tie a piece of string around it. They let it go into the cage on the chimp. It sucks the chimp's blood without the chimp even knowing. They pull it back and they take the blood sample from it.
They've taught it to do that?
Well, they're not taught it to do anything. That's its nature. You put it near a warm-blooded mammal, it will suck its blood. So they've just tied a string to it so they can get it back.
And how often does it have to do that a day?
Well, I don't know. Why are these the important questions? Just because, isn't that incredible that they've got this amazing symbiotic relationship with a bug? Because that's
Is it the same one? Say if there's 8 chimps.
Oh, jeez, Carl, listen to me.
No, let him. I want to.
I'm just saying, if there's 8 chimps in there,
Yeah.
1 beetle.
Yeah.
By about number 5, that's going to be sick of eating.
Well, then they probably have different beetles, and they let it. And Carl, I don't know why this is the.
I'll tell you why it annoys
the
me.
avenue
Because
of questioning.
it annoys him.
the other concern is that beetle. It might be enjoying, getting the blood and what have you. What happens if one of them's got AIDS?
What, one of the
chimps? That's where it came from. So say if there's
Well, then they know, and they say, "Oh, this chimp's got AIDS. Let's."
And what about the beetle?
What, you're saying you're worried that the beetle will contract AIDS?
Well, I don't know if that's how it works, but all I'm saying is, you get a dirty chimp in there. It's got a touch of that, and the beetle gets it. And all I'm saying is, it seems a bit unfair.
What are you worried about the beetle? Working hard. It's eating what
Because
it likes.
this is the same as getting in foreigners to make cheap trainers, to me. They, let the beetle do what it wants. I mean, how long do they live? I read the other day about some elephant beetle. They get about 4 months.
Right.
What do you think of this, right? This elephant beetle in the paper the other day.
Yeah.
About the size of a gerbil.
Right.
Massive. Odd-looking thing.
Mm.
The bigger, the uglier it is.
Why are you looking at me?
No. In a way, that is the way it works, isn't it? I think size is a big deal, isn't it? In a way, because
This is interesting.
well, we better being smaller, aren't we?
Well, it depends.
What do you mean?
Well, no, if you're afloat in the Atlantic Ocean and it's 4 degrees centigrade, it'd be better to be fat.
I didn't really mean like that. I just meant in terms of, like, Steve. I've mentioned he's taller than us.
Yeah.
He's always ill.
Well, that's nothing to do with his height.
I just think bigger people. It's like that Zhang Lung or whatever, the world's tallest man. He's always sneezing and that. He's always got something up with him because he's not meant to be that big. Small fellas, you never see a midget in a doctor's waiting room. They never get ill, do they? You never see one getting run over because they're too small, so you don't hit them. So it's. I think size. If you're too big,
You never see a midget in a doctor's waiting room.
so the
Well,
thing,
maybe they're there.
no, they're not. They're not. So what I'm saying to you is, this beetle that's massive, size of a gerbil.
Yeah, but it's still. But a gerbil's small. What do you mean?
No, this is a big one.
This beetle is massive. It lives 4 months.
Lives 4 months. Been found in a banana crate. Right.
Right.
It's over here. They're upset for it because it's been in this banana crate for, it could be like 3 months. And the whole purpose of the elephant beetle is to have it away. That's all it wants in its life. It's only got 4 months and it loves having it away with another beetle. And it hasn't had it. So they found it in this crate and it looked distraught. They said it was showing all signs of, like, desperately wanting to have it away. It was
Well, when you can wank yourself to death with 6 legs, you leave anything alone for 3 months in a dark crate.
Just eating a load of bananas.
Yeah, eating bananas and whacking away
well, anyway.
6 times at exactly the same moment.
Its feet go, apparently.
I bet it does.
What do you mean its feet go?
That's a sign. When they got it out, they got the experts in. They said, "What is this? We've got a beetle here the size of a gerbil." They said, "We'll come round." They had a look.
I'd say, well, how big's the gerbil?
That's just scientists HQ. There's a
yeah,
hotline you can phone
come
up.
round. Right, you'll need a gerbil-sized box to bring that round in. Come round. Ring operator. Can I have people in charge of giant gerbil beetles? I'll put you through. Hello, gerbil beetle people. I think I've got one. Come round.
Anyway, its feet were going.
What do you mean its feet were going? Do you mean it was dancing like Lionel Blair, or it had bunions?
I haven't seen one, but
There's a surprise.
I just read that that they were saying, yeah, we know what's the problem here. Look at its legs go, and they go up and down a lot, and it means that it wants like a partner. It's dying for it. And they were saying they only live 4 months, and it looks about 3.5 months old. This one.
How did they tell that?
The problem is they haven't got any of these beetles here.
Right.
So they've had to, instead of flying it back out,
Yeah.
they've gone over there to try and find one to bring it back because of the stress and that it's had, and it's older.
Couldn't you put a gerbil in a beetle outfit?
Hang on a minute.
I don't mean a little wig holding a guitar.
Well, I don't know the full story in that. I just know that they found this beetle.
It
that
just sounds unlikely that people would be this concerned about
I
one
agree.
beetle, and it's only got half a month left. It's got 2 weeks left. It's got to have some sex. We have got to give this beetle some sex because, god damn it, it's a beetle. What was found on a boat with some bananas?
I don't
it deserves
know why,
sex before it dies.
I don't know why he cares more than a blood-sucking beetle than a chimpanzee.
I just can't
suddenly.
believe people are flying out to Japan or
Why
wherever
do
they
you
come
care
from.
so much about beetles all of a sudden?
only because they were mentioned, and I just thought, you know, whilst we're on the beetle tip, let's discuss them.